before full time and use the promo code LIVE20, you'll get 20% off your purchases. Again, that expires at full time later today, so get that Christmas shopping done. But before all that, we're going to have an attendance figure today that is something other than zero for the first time in 9 months. The Claret and Blue Army may be in small numbers today, but they will be making their voice heard. And then into VT.
It was. I like Bobby Zamora's one.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Hello and welcome to History, because we believe this is the first West Ham produced live broadcast in the history of the club. And speaking of history, after 280 long days, the Claret and Blue Army are once again filing through the turnstiles here at the London Stadium. It's official, the fans are back. It's West Ham United versus Manchester United. We are 1 hour and 45 minutes from kickoff. And this afternoon, for the first time ever, we are live from the London Stadium. I'm Chris Scull. Let's meet my co-hosts. First off, it's the big man. Always believe in your soul. Carlton Cole is here. How you doing, Carlton?
Chris, man, you right?
And mate, I'm good. And one of the big reasons is we've got two guests, two of the finest West Ham supporting gingers this side of Hayden Fox in the studio with us today. Firstly, this guy could prove to be the West Ham signing of the season. He's a YouTube sensation, one of the nation's most beloved podcasters, and he's a West Ham fan making his debut. Welcome, Jaackmate. How are we doing?
Pleasure, mate. I'm doing very well. I'm buzzing to be back in the London Stadium.
It's a good feeling. Please, Jack, can you introduce our special studio guest?
Yes, a West Ham legend, a ginger legend, a man far more ginger than me, I think we can all agree. 188 appearances for the club. It's Ginger Pele. How are you,
Ginger
mate?
Pele,
How you doing?
back again. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Good to be back.
I want to start by saying that Jack picked his all-time West Ham 11 side. You're in the heart of defence,
Really?
James.
You were in it, mate. You were in it alongside, I think it was Christian Daly.
Really?
A Welshman, a Scotsman. Sounds like the
Yeah,
start
yeah,
to a joke, doesn't it?
You got to put the.
But hold on a minute, I've got to say something. You've not come this. I don't feel this warmth with you. Did you pick me?
See, I was going to.
Oh,
but you
here we
may
go.
have just-
Here's a violin. Let's go. Come on.
You've slipped my mind. You've slipped
Who
my
did
mind.
you have up front?
Tevez and Dean Ashton.
Tevez and Dean Ashton. Tevez was there for one
Tevez
season,
was there for
Coley.
one
I don't think you
And
can
he
argue
to
with
be
it.
fair,
I don't
he
think you
did
can argue with either of them.
To be fair, Dino's my guy. I love him, yeah. But he would say he'd love playing with me. And then you got Tevez that I never got to play with. I think one game at Palermo, back in when he was
3-0.
in Europe.
Yeah.
And I got a cramp. Remember?
Yeah, I think we all did that.
Yeah. But that was amazing, and thank you for not picking me.
I did ask. You were on the bench.
No problem. No problem.
Let's see how this tension develops through the show. Now, we've been asking you for your questions on social media. Let's tackle three right off the top. Let's have a look at the screen. What are your tweets? What have you been tweeting our studio guest this week? What have we got? First question. Have we got anything? Nothing on the big screen.
Nothing on the screen.
It's a West Ham produced production. The sprinklers will probably go off in a minute. Well, look, while we're waiting for that to happen, James, it's fantastic being back at the game, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
being here?
It's been too long, to be honest. Like you say, there's only 2,000 here, but any fans in, it's going to be special. You know, it's been a tough time for everyone, but you know, for the fans coming back with the team playing so well at the minute, you know, it's great to see.
And Jack, as a fan yourself, you're here pitch side. What does this mean to you?
Oh, mate, I'm absolutely buzzing. The thing is, right, I am obviously a huge West Ham fan, right? So I don't know if I was allowed to bring it. He said be professional.
Oh, my
But
God.
I brought
he's
some,
got the-
I brought
he's
some
got
of
the
my old,
cards.
some of my old
Oh,
football
look.
cards. Look at the barnet
Yeah,
on
that's
James.
nice.
Oh, that's what
Have
it
a
is.
look at
Private.
that.
That's
And
dreadful.
I'm going to get a little signature off both of you.
I'm about
time,
two
right?
stone
There's
overweight.
one thing I want to point out. Look at the Coley one. Coley, you're carrying a bit of timber there.
Yeah, I just saying on mine I look about 2
You
stone
just come in
overweight.
like you had a good summer. Is that
No,
pre-season?
it is. Look, I'm slimline now. Do you know what I mean? I'm back in the day.
And you're both
He's
wearing
working
two
more now
stars.
than he was when he was playing.
I
That's
know,
why he's
it's true.
slim.
That's worrying now.
Well, look, let's tackle what's coming up on the show this week. We're going to have all the pre-match build-up. It's going to be extra biased towards West Ham, which is, of course, great news. We'll be looking back on our win against United in last season. We'll look at the Villa win from earlier this week. We're going to have an exclusive interview with Sebastian Haller, and we'll have the lineups as soon as they're published. But guess what, Coley? We've got a special offer for viewers of this show. If you go on the club shop and you use the promo code LIVE20, you'll get 20% off your purchases. But you can only use that code until full time at the United game today. So if you're going to get some Christmas shopping done on the West Ham official store, Coley, now's the time to do it, surely.
Now's the time, man. I love a discount. You know what I mean? Now's the time to get it in. I'm telling you.
Well, look, before all that, we're going to have an attendance figure today that is something other than zero for the first time in 9 months. There may only be 2,000 of the Claret and Blue Army here today, but they will be making their voices heard. Yes, indeed, the fans are back. And do you know what I'm excited about, boys? The end of fake crowd noise. Surely, Jack, this is the end of it.
No, mate.
Surely, what?
No, I'm pro crowd noise. I feel like when it's off, I feel like it's eerie. Like you can hear them all shout. Like, I don't want any of that.
You can hear them swear even. I like the swearing. But when you're watching it with your kids, it's like, what did he say? And then the commentator has to like say, "Oh, sorry. By the way, there was a bit of
Can't imagine I was playing.
Yeah. Oh, mate, you wouldn't be able to function.
Did you swear? Ginge, were you a big swearer?
Massive.
You could hear him from up there.
Yeah, massive. You could hear me when the crowd were in.
When they're in full voice as well.
Yeah. What about you, Carlton? Did you swear? I see yes.
My shouting was mostly directed at Cole.
Yeah, it was.
Really?
And then I'll be shouting back as well. So we're having a party from opposite ends of the pitch.
What was the number one thing Ginge used to shout at you? What was the most common complaint?
Control the ball.
Hold the ball up, yeah. Used to put a lovely ball into him and he just used to bounce off.
Oh, easy! I'll give you that one then. I'll get you later.
Ginge, do you watch the games with fake crowd noise? Because I'm just thinking it's a man in an OB truck with some keys trying to guess what's happened. That's in my head. What do you do?
Yeah, I do put it on. I do listen to the crowd noise. Like you say, it's a bit strange without it. It's a bit like training, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It seems like you're watching a bit of a training game when you haven't got it on.
But don't you find it funny when they get it wrong though? Like,
they're
screaming, they're cheering when nothing's happened.
No, I think I have got to watch it with it on. To be fair, it's a bit strange without it.
And I was chatting to you two last week, and you were saying that you don't think you would have been able to play properly without a crowd there. Like, so how are you? Like, what would you have done?
Well, for me, like, it is weird. Like, as we were saying, it was like a training match, but at the same time, you can kind of get on with it, really.
I think I would have struggled. Definitely struggled without the fans.
You played without a crowd at Villa, didn't you?
Here he is.
That was
See you later.
low blow.
It was a little big. Yeah, I used to like it though. Do you know, like the big tackle? It used to
spur
me on a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, get the first header in, a big tackle or something, get the crowd up. It used to help me, so I think I'd struggle without a crowd.
Do you know what? As a striker, when you score, and then you want to go off and wheel off and celebrate, and there's no crowd there. And then you do celebrate, you feel like a little bit of a bell, you know what I mean? Like, I saw Cavani the other day, he done the whole thing like that.
Yeah, sliding on the knees,
and then I saw Matic, he's looking back like, is this geezer okay? Why are you doing this to him?
It was the arrow,
he did the arrow, but he was looking at him strange.
Well, we've got 2,000 here in the stadium for the game today. How much noise do we think they're going to make? A sizable amount, Jack? What are you saying?
Well, I hope so, mate, because they've got to make up for like 60,000, haven't they?
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, we're privileged to be here, they're privileged to be here, so I think they'll really be up for it, I reckon, mate,
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Well, look, we've been asking you for your social media questions. I believe we've got some. I wanted to tackle some right off the top. The first one I've got here is from a fan called Elliot. It's to you, James, and he wants to know your favourite memory of being a Hammer.
There's so many. FA Cup final.
Yeah.
I spoke about you boys about it last week as well. It's still got to be 2007. I said it on the podcast or on the show last week. You know, for such a weird situation to be in, obviously relegation. But I think just memories and looking back, you know, 2007 at Old Trafford and certainly the last 10 games of that season is probably the best time I had playing for West Ham.
What was Tevez like?
As a player or as a fella?
Just like, the stuff we didn't get to see as the fans, like in the changing room.
He didn't really speak.
Did he
No,
not?
We couldn't
I was convinced he could speak English, but he used to say he couldn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he was.
I heard he used to come out on nights out and be good crack.
He was quiet. He was a quiet lad.
Was
but,
he?
Yeah.
My
very
sources
quiet.
are wrong then. mate.
Yeah, no, you got that
To be
wrong,
honest,
so.
like I took him out a few times.
Did you?
Did you? Yeah. It was my invite.
We went casino. There was one time he came out. Yeah, I went and picked him up.
I know
in
he used to have
Canary
a
Wharf,
naughty.
and he had some.
bit of
He had a
clothes on,
naughty
yeah.
clubber on, right?
Yeah.
So he's come out, and he's come down the lift, and he's walking towards my car, and I'm looking at him. I'm thinking, wow, this guy looks like Tony Montana. Yeah, he's wearing the white blazer, the black big shirt collars, and he had a big medallion chain on. I was like,
Nice.
wow, this geezer has got a bit.
God, it must have been bad if you thought it was bad.
Hey, hang on, Coley. I can't let you talk about naughty clobber without mentioning this belt today.
Yeah,
Can we get a little flash of this?
Okay.
This is unacceptable for the first historic
Yeah, but
West Ham club
but wait,
brawl.
you're looking at that, but then you got to look what's on
Oh,
my
the
feet.
blue
So you got
socks
the-
as well.
Yeah,
That
you
looks
got
like
the blue
that
socks.
That should have had a
the
Superman
belt.
buckle on it. You've taken it off.
I know. I got a bit brave today. I got a bit brave.
We've had another question as well. This one's for you, Jack. It's from Ryan. He says, how does it feel as a fan to be involved with your family club?
Oh, mate, it's a privilege. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm very, very lucky in my career to have done an array of stuff, but this is right at the top. I mean, my dad's watching at home, like, proper proud, and like to be. Like, I used to come every week and watch these lads play. So to be sat here, like, what am I doing? Like, do you know what I mean?
What did you actually say from the terraces?
It was all.
You was cursing me, weren't you?
It was all love. It was all love.
Yeah,
Let
good
me
one,
tell you
yeah.
that. It was all love.
Another great goal, Coley. That was the
He
fair.
was the same as Ginge. He was giving me stick every time the ball came up to me.
Right, well, look, speaking of stick, Kevin Nolan came over to us, obviously a coach of West Ham now, and he said, boys going to be out here training in a minute. We may get a few balls pinged our way. So, James, I'm looking at you to get
I'll
back
stop
into
them.
your blocking and
No
stop
problem, I'll
them.
stop them.
But look, Monday here had it all, from a John Terry yellow card right through to that last-minute VAR reprieve. Let's remind ourselves of that magnificent 2-1 win against Villa and have a lovely little chat about it. Here are the highlights now. Boys, they say the marker of a good team is if you can play badly and still win, James. Firstly, you've got history with West Ham and Villa.
Yeah.
Clear it up. Who are you supporting for this one?
Oh, got West Ham all day.
Dude, that's the correct answer.
Yeah, I put something on the Instagram. We've got a few Aston Villa fans.
Did you?
Yeah, coming on thinking I was shouting for Villa, but no, like you say, we're the best on the night. I don't think the boys, in recent weeks they've been a lot better than they were Monday night. But like you say, it's a mark of a good team to get 3 points, and like you say, it's kept the momentum going, and hopefully we can do the same today.
And what about your mate, Angelo Ogbono, getting in there with it? What a goal, early doors.
He's been on fire, to be fair to him, last few weeks. We spoke about it last week. I think he's been excellent, and you probably speak to Angelo, he probably think you should score more goals, really. He goes up for all the corners, and certainly the same as myself. I felt like I should have got more goals, but it was a great header, yeah.
Yeah, it was a great header. Jack, as a fan, I'm going to say something controversial.
Yeah, go on.
I don't always love a goal after the first minute, especially if we score it, because you're like, oh, we're not set. What's going to happen now? We've ruined the chemistry of the game almost.
You just bite your nails all the way through it after, don't you? Yeah, no, I was probably more nervous for the second half of this game than I was like the Villa, the Sheffield one. But the Fulham game. But that's because they were banging on the door more than the other games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Coley, I feel like this game shaved a few months off my life. It was pretty nerve-wracking stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very intense. I'm not going to lie to you, but I did say it was going to be 2-1.
No, you
And
did.
it turned out it was 2-1, and I was praying at the end when the VAR came into play that it would be for us, and that just intensified my experience. Like, I was really, I was like biting my nails as you were. And,
I wasn't sure it was a penalty either. Do you know, obviously they missed the penalty. I'm not sure looking at it. It's gone to VAR, I think. Did it as well, the penalty? And it's soft, wasn't it, again?
Well, I mean, I feel the Villa. I mean, this is biased West Ham punditry here, so here it comes. But I thought the Villa players, they were going down a bit easily, weren't they, throughout the game? I mean, look how many free kicks they're getting around the area here. What did you think, James?
Yeah, they were certainly the Jack Grealish one. You watch it back on the telly. It didn't look great, but yeah, they were going down far too easily. It's one of them things. It's modern football, I suppose.
I feel like recently as well, we've been getting the luck of the draw, like with the Fulham penalty and everything like that. And I think we're owed it. It's the karma that's built up over the seasons before. So I'm enjoying every minute of it, mate. Well, not every minute. Look at the second half. But
there we go.
Well, that's what Mark Noble was saying. I think he spoke to you, saying that last 4 years has been like, we don't get no luck. But now, in the space of like 10 games,
the
tide's turning.
And
that's what we want, though. We want a bit of luck as well.
And look, this man as well, Saeed Benrahma, coming off the bench. It feels like he's a real game changer for us now. He's another option we can bring on, Cole.
Yeah, well, he's definitely one of those guys where... Sorry, excuse me.
That's the loudest announcement I've ever heard, I think.
Yeah, but Benrahma is definitely one of those guys that are, like, he can make something happen out of nothing. And I think we've been missing that because we had it in Lanzini, we had it with Payet, and now we've got it with him now. And hopefully... Like, he's just made that goal out of nothing, really, because he had to dig it out and he's got his head on it and we scored a goal.
No, shoulder on it.
Shoulder on it, I'll take anything.
Yeah.
Here comes another Villa attack, Jack. Oh, man, this was some scary stuff.
I was questioning the goalkeeper, if I'm honest.
To be honest, Ollie Watkins is a
that's a hell of a save.
I don't think it's going in. No? I think that's going wide. It's a great save. He's got to save it. But
Ollie Watkins was a threat all day and all game, and like those, you'd think you'd have scored a couple on another day against another team. But we've got, as I said, the rubber the green at the moment, and it's gone for us.
Yeah, like you say, it is about time we've had some luck, and we're about to see VAR hit the headlines again with these highlights in a second. VAR's been our friend of late, but James, where do you stand on it more generally as a kind of wider debate? VAR, has it been a good thing for the game?
I think it's been terrible.
Really?
Yeah. I think Declan spoke about it at quite length, you know. I think it's taken sort of the passion out of it a little bit. For me, certainly if I was playing, I would have been sent off a lot more and given a lot more penalties away. But
because I mean, this is James Collins 101, isn't it? Just a little tug on the.
Yeah, I got away with that for 20 years. You know what I mean? But that's it, again. It's soft. It's soft.
The striker, like now, it's in favour for the striker now. Like you could win so many penalties now because back in the day we used to get headlocks, people putting their arms around your waist so you couldn't move. Obviously shirt pulling as well. So now you'd see it and you'd think, you know what, I've got a chance to get a penalty today. So it's just keep on making them runs and keep on making yourself a nuisance, and the defender's going to give you something. And it's because it's so.
There's so much inconsistency with it. I think that's the problem with it.
Well, I don't think they're using it right. They're not. The referees are not using it right. And
a couple of the offsides that have been given. Excuse me, with the sleeve and where you. Who's measured? It's like,
what rule is that?
But do you know what? When they broke down this one, I was like, result.
Yeah.
It's like
it was all cheating for it Monday night. That's for sure.
I'll take that.
I thought they were supposed to overturn the referee's decision if it was clear and obvious. Like that's the main thing everyone says. Like online, you see it clear and obvious. That's not clear and obvious. Like I know I'm supposed to be on the side of West Ham.
To be fair, I don't want to hear it.
I'll take it.
It doesn't matter. I understand what you're saying because if it was the other way around,
you'd be fuming.
We'll be fuming. So it is what it is.
Like at Sheffield last year when they got done for the handball.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. And you know, another win there, Jack. The Moyes effect, the Moyesiah. He's doing the business, isn't he?
The Moyesiah.
I mean, he's proven me wrong, mate. I was one of these fans when he come back. I was a bit. I weren't fully for it. Do you know what I mean? It was like taking back like an ex-girlfriend or something. A bit weird. It didn't work the first time. But no,
it did work the first time.
Well, he's a stabiliser, isn't he? That's what he was. So. I've got egg on my face now, mate, and I'll continue to eat that egg as long as he keeps getting those results.
What do you want, it? Omelette?
Scrambled.
Scrambled.
100%. 100%. How'd you have yours?
Sunny side.
Lovely. James, what about you?
Scrambled.
That's the kind of content you get.
Yeah, this is fantastic content, guys.
Chat you're getting.
Look, the Red Devils are in town. Last time they were at the London Stadium was September 2019. A 2-0 win for the Hammers. Let's remind ourselves of that game and see what we can pick apart from it. Let's have the highlights. So this is 2-0, September 2019. Here's a fact about this game. We won it. We were 5th at the end of the day. Really? So similar scenes to how we start this weekend of Premier League action. Yarmolenko with the goal there.
I love Yarmolenko. Just one big left foot, but what a left foot. What a left foot it is. I'll take that all day.
He has got a good left foot, mate.
Inside every time.
It's just wooden as well, isn't it?
It looked a bit stiff, that, didn't it?
Yeah, it's like a golf club.
Yeah, and Aaron Cresswell scores in this game, James. The Merseyside Maldini, they're calling him. This was his 400th league appearance, the Hammers. Capped it off with a goal. But I mean, what a player he is for us.
He's been tremendous. We was just speaking to Kev Nolan off camera about it there. I think it's been great he's come into left side centre half and it's freed, Arthur to come into the team. It was probably a little, no disrespect to Chris, probably a bit better going forward, which has benefited the team. So Chris he's a great player.
And he's free kicks.
He's a model pro as well. People forget that. Like, he's proper, always on self-improvement. He trains hard. He leaves everything out on the pitch every day. So it's good to have a player like that in your team, and the young players looking at him, thinking, this is the way I'm supposed to be.
It's about time he scored a free kick, though.
He takes a lot. One hell of a servant as well. Like, he's been here a fairly long time. So fair play to him.
Let's have a bit of banter here, because I've heard a rumour that Aaron Cress was pretty lively on the official West Ham first team WhatsApp chat. Is he good? Is he good with a banter?
Yeah, he sticks out there. He's not too good at taking it.
No. You guys used to give it to him.
He puts it out a little bit. Yeah, he used to get on him a little bit, but he's a good lad. He's great to have in the dressing room. He's full of banter and easy to get on with. So he's perfect in the dressing room.
James, with these WhatsApp groups, how long until like ex-players get the boot, or are you in it forever now?
No, I got the boot. I think I got the boot out of the chat before I actually left the club, to be honest.
Well, there we go. And look, Man United are in town. Big game. West Ham, Manchester United, under the lights, lads. London Stadium, Ginge. It doesn't get much bigger than this, does it?
No, it don't. Like you say, it's the first time I've been back actually pitch side since I left, and it's one of these moments where you wish you were still playing. Obviously, the big games against Man United, they're huge. I had a pretty good record against United. I think I scored a few goals against them in the years gone by. But I'd give anything to be out there today playing in such a big game. Yeah, well, let's break down this big game. And once again, we've been asking for your social media questions. Let's pick one out. I'm going to give this one to Coley. Carlton, I've been watching there's been a lot of anniversaries recently of you scoring against Manchester United. There was a night you shared all the goal scoring with Jonathan Spector, getting a brace each. This question comes from Koiv Povey, who says, what is your favourite memory playing against United?
Yeah, that one there.
That one?
Yeah, that one was brilliant.
But no one remembers you scoring two that night. Everyone talks about Jonathan Spector.
Yeah, because it was just so out of the box.
so regular.
Random. It was a
regular Cody scoring.
It wasn't a regular thing for me, but it was like everyone remembered John Spector and it was big for John Spector as well. Remember, he was an ex-Man United player.
Didn't he had a goal disallowed that night as well? I think before he'd scored one. I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, Geese. Let's just give him his two. He was
an old chap though, wasn't he? Old Specs.
Yeah, he was like an old spirit. He was a proper old spirit, and I was so happy. How do you mean
an old spirit?
He used to read the Financial Times in the dressing room.
Yeah. Didn't Rob Green do that as well?
Yeah.
You had a dressing room of weirdos.
Two oddballs.
They were dry. But he was like top man, and I followed him the other day on Instagram, and he was like,
that's interesting.
No, it's not. It's not. So I've unfollowed already.
Look, we've got another question here. This one's from P George 08. What are some of our favourite goals for West Ham against Man United? He says for him, definitely that Cresswell free kick we saw a second ago. I've got a favourite goal of mine. You can take your pick. James Collins versus Manchester United in the FA Cup. Yeah. 2 headers. I mean, you love playing against Man United.
2 good headers, actually. I think it was Coley's debut. Joe Cole's debut back. I think he set both of them up. And like I said, I spoke about it last week. I think the no hair helped on the second one, and I didn't score too often, that's for sure. Yeah,
Jack, any favourite goals, West Ham, Man United?
One of my earliest memories actually was that game. I think it was the FA Cup, and Di Canio rounded Barthez, and we won 1-0. I think it'd probably have to be that.
Dino scored a good one, didn't he? Dean Ashton over at
Old Trafford.
Yeah. And weren't we 3-0 down at the time?
Yeah, it was.
And he's come out with that outrageous.
Just talking about the goal. Yeah.
There's a time and a place, Dino.
I remember that game.
What game?
Was that the Berbatov flick on that?
No, that was after that. That still pops up.
Hold on a minute, it still pops up, yeah.
I remember Zola coming in.
That piece of skill Berbatov
did on you.
Come in, and they've obviously scored from it, and Zola is fuming. Yeah. I went, can I stop you there? Watch it back. He didn't know he'd done that.
Yeah.
He didn't know he'd done that little bit.
He just
no. Zola didn't know that he had done that bit of skill. He thought I just let him turn too easy. I should have probably done better, but.
I wouldn't.
It was off the charts.
It was off the charts.
Yeah, what he done. I'll defend you on that. It's one of the greatest Premier League goals of all time. Let's focus on the game here this afternoon. I want to talk about some team news. Disappointing stuff. Michail Antonio injured. He's out. That's a bit of a blow, Coley.
Yeah. Well, for me, I thought he was in the team too early the last. I didn't think we needed to play him because Haller just obviously scored against Chef U. So I thought he was going to start getting a bit of a run of form. But obviously, Moisey had other ideas, wanted to get integrated back into the team as soon as possible. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it was in training he tweaked something, wasn't it? Or something like that. He tweaked his hammy again. It's not related to the game that he played. So
it's always a risk, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always a risk.
When you're injured, you never know when's the right time, when's not.
He'll be back, I think, in the next week or a couple of weeks, and he'll be firing again. But this is a great chance now for Sebastian to step to the fore and, just show us what we know he can do. And he's already started to do that. He went away, obviously, on the last game. Before that, he was over on international duty with Ivory Coast, and then he's came back, he scored straight away. So hopefully he gets a chance again today and gets another goal.
Yeah, man, I love that confidence. James, can we talk tactics? So we've been playing 3 at the back quite a few times this season. Second half of Villa, we went to 4 at the back.
Yeah.
How do you think we're going to line up today?
I think you go back to 3 at the back. I think it's worked for us in recent weeks. I remember when I was playing under the gaffer, he played it quite often, quite enjoyed playing the 3 at the back. So yeah, I think it just works. Like I said, with Prezi slipping in there, you can get Arthur in at left wing back, who's a real threat going forward, and he's been playing very well. So I think with the players he's got at the minute, I think 3 at the back certainly suits us.
And Jack, give me the fans' perspective. Coley's confident. Are you coming into this one confident?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not too sure.
That wasn't overly confident, that.
That's not the least confident responses I've ever heard.
That was like a confident, I think so.
I'd like to see a bit more Ben Rama. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's like that new toy that we've got, like, and I just want to just play with it. Like, I want to see what he's got, like, wind him up and let him go. Like,
Remember, this is live, Jack.
I wanted to talk as well, Ginge, you played under Moyes. How fired up does it get in that dressing room pre-match? What kind of talk does Moisey deliver?
Yeah, he gets the boys going. He does a lot of his talking and bits and bobs on the training ground on a Friday. I remember I was just speaking to Kev and about it. I wondered if he used to us out on the training ground for an hour and a half doing set plays after the training on a Friday. So he does a lot of his talk, but yeah, he's the same as any manager. He gives his little speech and gets the boys fired up, but they won't need it today. You're playing Man United, boys are playing well, they'll be itching to get out.
Fans back in the stadium.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a big day.
It's just wall-to-wall good news in this broadcast today. Coley, I just want to chat about Moisey. He's ex-Man United. It feels like he's getting his confidence back. He will want this win today, won't he?
Of course. This is a personal jewel for him right now. He's going to be firing the boys up in there. Probably from last week he's been on it. And he just wants to get the show on the road. I know he's chomping at the bit right now and he wants to win this game. And there's no better time to do it because the boys are in good vein of form. They didn't play well last week, so they can improve on that performance and bring a good performance into this week and win the game. Come on, it's got to be better. Well, can't get any better, really.
Come on, it's got to be better. Can't get any
better. Jack, you had, is it Mark Goldbridge, like a famous Manchester United blogger? I wanted to talk about a little bit Man United, but did you chat to him about this fixture? Is he confident?
Yeah, but the Man United fans are always confident, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
that's what decades of success will do to a man.
Yeah, they're not the same team they were under Fergie, are they? They're beatable. Anyone's beatable in this league this season, but I do fancy our chances, I really do, mate, I really do.
Let's chat United briefly. They lost in the week 3-1 to PSG. The Champions League hopes hanging in the balance. Rashford's a doubt with a shoulder injury, I understand. De Gea might be carrying an injury, I'm led to believe. And this is the weird thing. We talk about the glory years of Sir Alex Ferguson. They're on a club record run of 8 away wins in a row. Never been done before. So give me the Man United perspective, Ginge, if you can. How much of a danger are they today?
Oh, shoot. Like you say, they're not the team of old, but they're still full of world-class players. It's going to be tough. Like I say, they're on great form away from home, as we are. So it really is 2 teams coming to this game who are playing well. It's going to be tough. Like I say, Fernandes, I think for them is obviously a huge danger. He seems to be the player that sort of makes it happen for them, so we'll have to keep an eye on him. But like you say, they have a good team playing well away from home, but they're certainly beatable.
Yeah, and Coley, let's talk about Marcus Rashford if we can for a second. I mean, what a man. Like, I mean, everything he's doing, he sounds like he's an injury doubt today, but what have you made of his kind of social media, what he's been up to?
Oh, well, he's what he's been giving back to to his community, to the UK even. Leading by example. He's just he's a hero. He's a hero for a lot of young boys wanting to be a pro. And for me, he's done more than what I could have achieved, obviously, but he's just doing more even off the field, and he's being inspirational. But one thing I would say, if I was him, because I rate Cavani as a striker. Now let's talk on the pitch. And Cavani, his movement is unbelievable. And if I was Rashford, I'd be looking at Cavani's movement and the way he plays, and I'd be like, do you know what, I want to watch this guy in training and see how he gets into positions to score goals, because he could do the same thing for me, and he could score a lot more.
He's always, he'd be a nightmare to play against Cavani. I remember playing against Hernan Crespo turned up at Chelsea a few years back. Everyone thought his movement was off the charts. And Cavani's the same. He's always anticipating, always thinking where the ball's going to bounce. It'd be a nightmare to play against.
How would you play against him? How would you shape, like, first minutes of the game, what are you doing?
Smashing him, early doors. Standard. That was my tactic against anyone, that was, to be honest.
Put your foot in hard.
Old school, let him know you're there. One I think you'd probably get, but like I say, he's in great form. It'd be tough.
Yeah, I always find those South American strikers, because they know how to win games. They can be nasty. Like
he seems like one that he'd enjoy a kick. No, Diego Costa when he was at Chelsea, you couldn't kick him because he'd just make him better. Yeah. And Cavani seems similar. He seemed to give him a bit of a lift.
He's got his arrows, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
So
it seems like
I don't want to see that arrow come out today. I tell you that.
No. Jack, what have you? You're a social media guru yourself. What have you made of Marcus Rashford?
He's just quality, mate. He's quality. As Coley said, he is an absolute hero for these young kids. But today, I'd prefer him to be a hero off of the pitch. You know what I mean? I don't want to.
From whistle to whistle.
I don't think he's.
Did he say he's injured? Did you?
Well, there's rumours that he's got shoulder injury. Okay. He may start. That's what my sources are telling me. It's an excuse.
Well, if he is starting, I'm coming back to you. He's definitely started then.
We've had another question on social media. I'm going to put this one to Coley. The Keen Moustache says he wants to know, what are the weaknesses that we need to exploit against Man United, Coley? I'm going to give that one to you.
Well, for me, like any team in this league, don't like runners in behind. So if you can get the ball in the space behind, but we haven't actually got Antonio today.
It's not Haller's game, really, is it?
I think set plays. I think they're questionable set plays.
Yeah.
At the back.
But Maguire's good. Is he good in the air, Maguire?
Yeah, he's decent in the air.
He's probably the only one, though. You'd think.
Haller v Maguire is going to be a good battle.
Listen, I think for me today, this game is definitely it's a 50-50 for me. And usually
this is West Ham television, yeah?
No, but listen, I'll take a draw against Man United. I'll take a draw.
No
I
chance.
know you. No, you.
Not at the minute. Not the way we're playing. No. Beat them today, definitely.
But we didn't play well last week. So anything from
that was last
is an
week.
improvement.
Well, look, save your predictions. We will get on to that. But one thing to note, it is the 2020 Rainbow Laces Premier League Week of Action in support of LGBT communities and the charity Stonewall, with the overall aim of increasing inclusivity in sport. So you will see some rainbow laces today. We're going to get onto your predictions. I want to speak to you both. Carlton Cole has got the last 4 West Ham results bang on. And in fact, Ginge was on Inside Irons last week. He did the same. Let's take a look at Mystic Coley in action. Scoreline for the Man City game. You got it almost right for Wolves. You called a big win for West Ham when no one else could see it. What are you saying?
I'm going for another draw, to be honest.
Draw?
I'm going to keep it steady. What about you, though?
No, I'm backing a West Ham win. I'm backing a West Ham win. 3-0.
3-0?
Yeah, we're going to do it. I'm as confident as Ben was when he was 16. I can feel it.
But I'm happy with a 1-1 or a 2-2. I'm
happy with that.
I mean, don't want to be asking too much of the lads.
Don't want to get greedy.
Don't want to get greedy.
Coley, all the betting markets throughout the world, all West Ham fans are on the edge of their seat. How do you see this one going, Mystic Coley?
Colton, do your routine.
Straight to the chin again, just to bring you luck.
I'm gonna go 2-0.
Yeah, Carlton, Aston Villa up next. I think you've gotten the last 3 West Ham results you predicted right.
Have I?
Yeah. It's a miracle. So we're looking to you to tell us what's going to happen against Aston Villa.
Here we go again.
Oh, the eyes are rolling back.
I'm feeling a 2-1 victory.
I was going 2-1.
2-1.
I'm feeling a 2-1 victory.
Yeah?
Yes. That's what my senses are telling me.
That's what my senses tell me. Coley, we were just watching that back. You said, have I really done that? I thought I was flagging it.
Mate, listen, you need to get down the bookies, you lot. Go to Betway, get paid. This is what it is, right? Today, I'm usually positive, but today I just want to consolidate. Like, I don't want to ask for too much. Do you know what I mean? We've done really well to get to this point, yeah? I would go West Ham win.
Yeah.
That's where I'm leaning, but there'll be nothing wrong with getting a draw.
Well, save it to the end of the show. I don't want to know your prediction now, but just tell me, Coley. Get in position, roll the eyes back in your head. What are the mystic powers? Are they sending you good vibes tonight? What you feeling? What you feeling? Feeling good?
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good. That is fantastic news. Well, look. There's plenty of competition for places right now, but one man who may not have as much competition as usual, given Antonio's injury, is Sebastian Haller. So let's hear from the big man right now.
Of course, it's a good mood if you compare with the last season. I won't lie, everyone's feeling better. We have much more confidence, and but yeah, we don't forget that if we are in this position, it's not.
Well, it wouldn't be West Ham TV without a few teething issues, and that was Sebastian Haller there. Coley, he's got a job to do today.
He definitely has. I think he's very capable of doing it. All he needs to do is just get in positions of maximum opportunity.
Oh, here we go.
Get on the Pomo.
A leaf out of the Allardyce playbook.
Yes, Sam Allardyce taught me well. But just get into position of maximum opportunity and he will score a goal, trust me. But he's a guy that does need to have service, and I think hopefully Chris can do his deep line crosses. Got some runners coming in from the side. Definitely, he needs to get in the box and then finish off his dinner.
Tactical genius that was from Carlton Cole.
Mate, I've got more in the locker.
What does his centre forward need to do? Get in the box and score a goal.
Well, I never got Ginge. He's going to walk off. I never got in the box.
He's done his coaching badges, this boy, by the way.
He was in the box more than you.
So Gaffer, what do you want me to do? Get in the box and score a goal?
Well, that's keep it simple.
What UEFA badge do they teach you, Pomo? What one is that, the B? That's not on the curriculum.
No, it's not.
No coaching badge, we teach you the Pomo.
Look, more questions from your social media. And boys, I'm going to ask you for what was the best question of the night. And whoever has the best question is going to win a signed shirt. So have that in the back of your noggin. Okay. But here's the first question we've got. And this one is from Envy Dan, who's wondering, James Collins, this is for you. Whether Haller would be more useful in a two-striker formation than a one-striker formation. Where do you go?
I think a two.
Yeah.
I'd go two. Big man, small man.
Yeah.
I always find that tough to play against. Yeah, he's strong in there. I think if they could get it right with him and Mikhail playing up front together, I think it'd be very dangerous. But yeah, I think if I was the manager, I think I'd try and get one up next to him in a two. I think he's got everything for it. Holds the ball up well. He's good in the air, so I think it'd suit a two. But he's more than capable of playing up there on his own.
Do you know what? That answer doesn't surprise me.
Sort of sat on the fence.
That doesn't surprise me about Ginge. He's such an old school classic footballer. He wants a big man, little man strike force, 4-4-2. I mean, that is James Collins all over.
Never failed.
I'm just glad you asked him, because if you'd have asked me, I'd have been like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm literally just a fan sat here, just listening. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well, do you fancy taking this one, Jack?
Go on.
George Brooks, 14, asks, would Haller have a greater effect on the pitch than Antonio if he was fit? Are you a Haller or an Antonio man?
I mean, well, Antonio, based on stats and like what he's done, I'd be silly to say Haller, but I'm not ruling out that he's going to prove himself and come good. Do you know what I mean? Like when we moved to London Stadium, a lot of people complained that it weren't like home, but if you think about what Arsenal have done, it's all about creating memories and stuff. If Haller comes out here tonight under the lights and bangs a worldie, or even the winner, like he's going to be creating their memories, and slowly but surely the fans are going to turn round. So obviously I'd rather have Antonio based on form, but Haller, I reckon he's going to become the man that we thought he would be when we bought him. Ginge,
who was your favourite West Ham striker from your entire career. Obviously, we'll take him.
Do you know what? The way I was looking at him,
I didn't even need to look at you.
you just felt the heat.
The answer was there.
Side of his
No, we
face.
go back a long way, me and Coley. Favourite to play with?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby was. I thought brilliant. Bobby was brilliant. Ted, when I first turned up, you know, legend of the game. He was great in the dressing room and around the players. Tevez, what he done that year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Pretty much keeping us in the league. Yeah, so many. Lucky to play with so many top centre forwards.
I'm going to ask this of you, Coley.
Just saying that just because I'm here.
I'm getting you're right up there, mate.
You're intimidating, mate. You're intimidating.
I'm joking.
I'm going to put you in 11 now.
Coley, I love asking this question. Like, you've told me who your favourite West Ham striker was to play with, and it's not a name that anyone would guess.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you say?
Yeah.
Go on.
D. McKaylee's.
Dim McKaylee.
Yeah.
What
Why?
to play with?
Yeah.
Really?
Trust me.
Right,
As a player.
tell us why.
The reason why, because he used to find the little pockets, and then I just had to worry about just being in around the box and making a nuisance of myself. And then he said, all you've got to do, Coley, just get in the position of maximum opportunity, and I'll slide you in.
Cole.
I'll
You
get
get paid
you
every time you say that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not actually. I should. But no, that's what he told me. He says, I'm here to feed you, basically. And I know no other strikers told me that. Like another number 10 or that sort of player have never told me just get in the box and I'll do the rest.
Dino was up there as well. Dino was some centre forward.
It was
Dino
unbelievable.
Proper centre forward.
Yeah, do you remember even on Mark Noble's testimonial? He scored the goal of the day. That's one of the best goals of his career
Over a
in that
kick.
game.
Yeah. No, he done the same thing against
He was
Man
slimmer,
United.
Nobes' testimonial, than he was when he was actually playing, I think, Dino. He was in great nick.
Yeah, he's such a good player. Right, let's have a look at the league table because it makes for happy viewing ahead of this kickoff. Don't know if we can get that league table up. Well, I'll tell you, it reveals that before the games, before the weekend's fixtures, we are, of course, 5th, Ginge. And it feels like now, you know, when you look at that league table, you see we're 5th. We're actually ahead of United and got 6 goal difference better, 6 plus. So, I mean, as a player, do you look at that and think, wow, you know, we can kick on right up to 3rd potentially today?
Yeah, me personally, I wouldn't be looking at it just too yet. I'd be looking at it a week before the end of the season, wondering where we are. But yeah, it's right. You know, the boys have been tremendous. Obviously, the first game against Newcastle wasn't too great, and me as a fan, sitting back thinking, you know, where's this season going to go? But since that first game, we've been phenomenal. So yeah, hopefully it can continue.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great season, Jack. I wanted to ask you about Lanzini's last-minute equaliser against Spurs away. How did you watch that?
So this was just before lockdown, wasn't it? So I went to my dad's, and it was the first game we'd watched together since we was able to come here and actually watch it live. And my dad's partner, Sue, had been together 10 years. She's a Tottenham fan. So obviously when that went in, me and my dad were like, yeah, like getting in her face. It was a bit horrible for her, really.
I was telling the boys I was up in the bar in my local pub. I was. Pint of Guinness.
Yeah, class. Oh mate, absolute scenes. I've got a poster now, like, you know them posters where it like shows you where the passes went, and then it goes like that. I put it on my wall, and my mate is a Tottenham fan. He came round, he went, "You're celebrating a draw there." That's what you're doing. I was like, I'll take it.
But Coley, like I say, we're 5th. We're ahead of United. It feels like we've got real momentum coming into this today.
Yeah, as I said, look, I'll take any kind of result that's a positive. I think a draw or a win, definitely the way I'm looking at it today.
Is a draw a positive though? Because we're above them. We're above them in the table.
Yeah, but do you know what?
I wouldn't be taking that as a positive.
You wouldn't take that as a draw as a positive against Man United?
I think they're beatable. More
they're
than
definitely
beatable.
beatable, but we hadn't played well last week, so we need to improve from that.
Right.
That's why I'm just a bit of a realist and just seeing how if we have an improvement against a good Man United side and we get a result, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, well, let's have a look at the form because it makes for interesting reading. Man United, despite losing to PSG in the week, domestically, they're on a bit of a run, as we said. They've won their last 3 on the trot, including a 3-2 win away to Southampton last weekend from 2-0 behind, which made it the club record 8 away wins in a row. And then turning to West Ham. Lads, I know it's a biased show right now, but if we put our hands on our heart, the performances against Fulham and Villa weren't the best. But like we said at the start, it's a sign of a good team if you play badly and get a win. But Ginge, it feels like we need to step up the performance levels today.
Yeah, slightly. Like you say, I'm a bit old school. Win's a win. I don't care how it comes, whether it's scraping a last-minute winner or playing well. Like you say, performances, the gaffer would have been on the boys. They know they can play better, and you know, I'm expecting, you know, the gaffer would have been on them this week to play better. So fingers crossed we see a better performance. You know, if we don't, we don't. As long as we get the win, I suppose. That's how I look at it.
We tend to pick it up against the bigger clubs as well. I know it's a bit of a West Ham cliche, but it does feel like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, we might struggle against like the Burnleys and stuff like that, but we certainly pick it up against the big clubs. So yeah, I'm going to predict a Declan Rice goal today.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Where's that come from?
Don't know.
Did you dream it last night?
You wait and see. You wait and see. More egg on the face.
Coley, on Declan Rice, the captain's armband on his arm looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Fits.
it does look good. Let's hope it stays there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a great player.
No, I appreciate you saying that.
No. But obviously, when the other game, when Nobes come on, the respect was there. He's giving it to him. Do you know what I mean? But
you'd expect that, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Listen, Nobes no spring chicken anymore, and
he won't appreciate you saying that
either. He will, because he needs me. He needs me. Because sometimes, listen, Nobes is no spring chicken anymore, and he's getting older. And then you want people like
no, you can see. I can see it when
to come into the fold and stand up and be a captain.
I could see it way out when he first came into the team. He'd be England captain.
Yeah.
Really?
He'd be 100%. You could see it from, I think, sort of first come across him 16, probably something like that. I think he turned up. You could see he was perfect mould for a captain.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us about his mentality. What's he like in and around the dressing room? Is he a talker?
Yeah, he's lively.
Yeah,
he's lively for such a young lad. He's a confident boy, confident in his ability. I used to love. You don't see it too much nowadays with the younger players. He's always asking questions.
Yeah.
Always wanted to learn. Always bettering himself. Always coming to me as the older player, and probably wasn't giving him the best advice, but he was always asking questions how to improve. And I say what he's gone on to in a short space of time playing for England and captain of West Ham is incredible.
And you know, like with younger players, when they come into the squad, like you want them to have a bit about themselves.
Yeah.
Like you want them to have a bit of charisma and know how to like mingle. And when he's doing that, so he's having banter with the lads, and on top of that, he's asking questions as well. So there's the respect level there too, and you want to help him.
Yeah.
And you want to see him go on to do well.
He's a bit old school.
Yeah.
A little bit in his mentality and the way he is, which is probably why I think so highly of him.
Yeah.
Good job you didn't play with him, because you'd have just said Pomo, wouldn't you? Pomo.
You'd have scored more goals.
Did you say so?
You would have or he would have.
Coley, a player that Declan Rice reminds me of, who I'm sure you may have played with at England, with Michael Carrick, because Declan Rice, when he's on the ball, just seems to have so much time and space around him, and it's like it's only the real quality players who seem to be able to do that.
Yeah, so look, Dec does actually remind me of that sort of player. And he's getting better with his passing forward now. Before, he was a little bit cagey with his passing, didn't want to lose it, keep his success rate high. But now you can see that he's actually taking more risks going forward with his passes now. And that's why a lot of people are praising him, because he's actually evolving. And that's what we want to see.
Yeah, and in terms of evolution as well, Fabian Balbuena, James, he's doing really well of late, do you not think?
Yeah, he's played very well. Even Angelo at the back. I don't think Moisey was having him, to be honest, when he first came in. I thought he was. It looked like he was out of the picture a little bit. But like you say, he's come back in and been tremendous. You know, he's looking at it as a fan. If I'm honest, I always thought he had a bit of a rick in him. Yeah. Like anything could happen at any minute with him. But he seems to turn his form around, and he looks solid. They both do, yeah.
Is in his nickname in South America the General?
Yeah.
Is he called the General?
Yeah,
apparently, yeah. Was he a bit of a general in the changing room?
I wasn't there. I'd left, didn't I, when he came in. But I did get told he was introduced himself to a few of the players as the General.
No way.
They have to do that.
That is not a good start.
I think I would have punched him in the face. If he introduced himself.
You'll have to knock a few teeth out, surely.
Coley, good nicknames from your days at West Ham. I know you had a good one for Marlon Harewood.
Oh, Viced.
Viced.
But I used to call him Homer. But Viced was Bobby Zamora that gave him that. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
I called him Homer Simpson.
That is classy, man. Homer, that is class.
But there's a few nicknames knocking around, and some of them are not for TV.
Yeah. What was yours?
Mine was just Coley or Big Man.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Ginge,
Ginge,
you're
Ginge.
I find it strange when people call me James. That's how much my nickname's that. I think it's only my mum. My missus calls me Ginge.
To be fair,
Your missus calls you Ginge.
that is actually funny.
Random.
But see, like when you call Nobes, Mark, he'll go, who's
Yeah,
you
who you
talking about?
talking
He'll look
to?
over his shoulders. He goes, why are you calling me Mark for? But I used to call him Mark sometimes just to get on his nose. And he knows when you call him Mark, he's in trouble.
Yeah.
What have you done, Mark?
Yeah.
Big news, guys. I've been handed the
team.
lineups for today. I'll start with Manchester United. Henderson in goal, so no De Gea. We gave you that little tip off earlier that he may not start.
That's a bad thing.
So yeah,
You'd rather him, innit?
Henderson in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Telles at the back, McTominay, Pogba in the middle, Greenwood, Van der Beek, Martial and Cavani up front. And here's how we line up. West Ham United, Fabianski in goal, Cresswell, Ogbonna, Balbuena, 3 across the back, Masuaku, Kufau, wing-backs, Souček, Declan Rice in the middle, and then Fornals, Bowen and Haller up front. So Yarmolenko, he's not there because he's self-isolating after COVID. No Ryan Fredericks, obviously. But not too many surprises there for us, James. But no Rashford or De Gea for Man United. I guess that's the big story.
I just said there, I think I'd rather De Gea playing.
Really?
Yeah, I think I would.
But to be fair, he's had a couple of rickets this season. Well, from last season as well.
Yeah, looking at the West Ham team, I thought Fornals might have come out and he might have started Ben Rama on the side there. But yeah, 2 strong teams, should be a good game.
Yeah, De Gea. No, Rashford's really big, but I mean Cavani. That is a terrifying Cavani, Van der Beek, Fernandes. They've got options, haven't they?
They do have options going forward, and it's just up to our defence. And our defence has been quite good lately. And as long as we use our fullbacks properly, we should be fine to try and to nullify their attacks.
How are you feeling about the lineups, Jack?
Henderson's a hell of a keeper, mate. He
is
a hell of a
Proper
keeper.
player.
So you're not wrong when you say that. Like,
You'd rather De Gea.
Yeah. And I mean, Greenwood as well. He's another one you've got to be careful of. I know he's not been in great form recently, but he's one of them players who can just make anything happen. But I mean, I'm still confident, mate. I'm still confident. Like Ginge said, I would have preferred to see Ben Rama perhaps get his first start. I think he's been bedded in nicely and it's been leading up to this. But Moisey knows what he's doing. That's why he's in there and I'm sat out here with you guys.
on paper, Man United team's really good.
Yeah.
But right now they haven't got form. So, away from home they have.
Fernandes
That's
is a good
another
boy.
problem. They're away from home and they've got, what did you say? They've won their last 8.
You're
away from home.
starting to make me feel less confident the way you're confident the way you're talking.
but
I was
confident when I
negative
come.
energy.
Sat next
It's
to you
not
now.
negative. It's being real. And then
Fernandes is the boy.
I'm saying
You
if
keep-
we get a good performance out of the boys today,
If
then
that-
we're capable of winning
If
it.
Deck can keep Fernandes quiet or they sort it out between him and Souček, I
Yeah.
think we've got a major chance.
Right, well, it's the culmination of this first episode of Live from the London Stadium. It's time to get the lads' predictions, but I want to arm you with some facts before we do. We've won our last 2 home games against Manchester United. The last time we won 3 in a row was 1977, and we're starting really well at the moment. We've scored the opening goal in our last 5 Premier League matches, the first time we've done that since March 2006, but United have a habit of coming back well. They've come from behind to win more points from losing positions than anyone else this season with 12 points. So, Ginge, you begin.
Oh, let Coley go first.
Oh,
Let Coley.
you
Let Mystic Coley. I'm
Mystic
going.
Coley. Betting markets around the world are about to react
Do you want me
to
to
the
go?
words coming out of
Go.
this man's mouth.
Go.
I
Come
spoke
on.
to my son before I come down. He was a fanatic West Ham fan. He went 3-1 West Ham. So I'm going 3-1 West Ham.
3-1 West Ham. Coley.
Look at the way your man's looking at me.
Listen, as I've said, and I've lined this up, haven't I, since I've got here. Do you know what I mean? I'm going for a draw. So I'm going for a 1-1 or it's a 2-2. So I might have to go 2-2 because
I'm
I've got
going
goals in the game.
0-0, 1-1, 2-2 or 3-3. Just
I'm
cover all
going
bases.
2-2.
2-2. Jack, what are you saying?
I'm going to go 2-1 and I'm going to say, you said Man United have been like, what was it? They got the most points
From by losing positions.
I think it's going to be the other way round. I think they're going to kick it off and we're going to equalise and then snatch a winner.
Wow.
Declan Rice to score, like I said.
Specific.
Very specific.
2-1 till late.
I don't know why
They'll
I
try
do
and get
this.
the equaliser, and we'll go the other end and get another
I
one.
like that.
I'll just shot myself in the foot. I'll just go for the
I like that. That's good.
This is why I never win a bet.
Right, it's time to wrap up. Someone's going to win a signed shirt, I believe. So, what was the question of this episode? What would you say? Favourite question? Can you remember any of them?
I was going to say, I can't remember any of
The
them.
only one I can remember is the.
I like the one by me when I said, what's Tevez like? So can I have the shirt?
Yeah. Well, look, I'm going to decide.
Yeah, you pick one.
You pick
Yeah,
one.
I'm going to decide. Let's give it to Cove Povey for his question. What was Carlton's favourite memory of playing against United? Because I think that was a fantastic answer.
Yeah.
But there we go. First ever.
Good
Good answer. Congratulations. You win a shirt, a signed shirt. That's it from the first ever live from the London Stadium. Thank you to club legend, the Ginge Pele, James Collins. Thank you so much. And thank you to future club legend, Jaackmate, on a fantastic debut. And of course, Mystic Coley. Thank you for joining us. The game kicks off at 5:30. Coverage is on Sky Sports Premier League. Can Mystic Coley make it 5 games in a row?
Hope not.
Hope not. Hope we win. Let's find out. Thank you for watching. Come on, you Irons.
Di Canio!